Hello, hello, hello. I'm Biker Gang, your main, the real Bill Real. Folks, I got a little quick one for you right today. I want to bring up something that's so obscure that you probably never noticed this. Um, I never really paid attention to it. Well, actually, I did, but I never really thought about making a video about it. But as I was pondering, as I always do, I thought about how you can tell that a child will be a problematic child and be one of the children that we call one of the rotten apples. Now, when I say rotten apples, I'm referring to the type of children that go to a public school and they are disrespectful in the classroom. They're the class clown. They're interrupting. They're acting out. They're getting into fights. They're rude. They're stealing from other children. They're the bully in the classroom. Okay. One of the ways to detect this quickly is when you're at the grocery store and whenever you're hearing a child cry uncontrollably, okay, this disruptive. I mean, they're just really out of control, and the parent is allowing this to happen. This is an indicator that this type of child is going to be a problem in society. I know you guys say, Bill, you are a petty boy. But no, this is a real indicator. Because the problem that we have in our society, follow me now, the problem that we have in our society are pushover parents. Yes, I said it. Even if it is a woman deluding herself into thinking that she can be both father and mother, if she comes from a strict background, meaning that she comes from a household where her mother and father got out a switch, got out a belt, tore that butt up, did not put up with talk back, did not put up with disrespect, did not allow the child to be junky and have their clothes all over the place or, eat whatever they wanted to. If she came from that type of background, she will not allow it from her child. So what I'm saying to you is this thing is a pattern. Usually, the people who are pushover parents, the majority of them, I would say 98% of them are women and young black women or young Hispanic women, or some young white women too. And they are one of the biggest problems in our society. Most of them are from, impoverished neighborhoods. And there are second, third, fourth generation welfare recipients, okay, food stamp recipients, what have you, okay, Section 8 recipients. But I think if we could find some type of way to, and I know you're saying, oh, here we go, want more policing. But if we can find some type of way to do an early intervention where this parent is reported and put into a program that teaches them the importance of parenting. Like, show them, hey, look, we need you to go to this parenting class. I know somebody reported you in the grocery store. You allowing your child to freaking, cry uncontrollably. They had a snotty nose, they probably had a dirty diaper or whatever. I know you guys saying, man, we just can't regulate this stuff. But I would rather them regulate this now before the child turns 1 or 2, or before they turns 2 or 3 or whatever, than to have this child go to school and be disruptive and waste taxpayer money and disrupt the learning in the classroom to the other students. Yes, I'm saying it. Pushover parents are the real problem in our society. Because if you had parents who were more strict, then that would get rid of what we call the riffraff. And I know, you're going to be sociologists that are going to say, Bill, we need the riffraff. Okay, we need somebody working at Pizza Hut, or we need somebody working at McDonald's. We need somebody filling up the jails. We need somebody filling up the prisons. But I think right now in our society, we have enough of them. And I think that there is enough consciousness out right now to know when there is a problem, when there's going to be a problem. You can quickly detect this. This is something that you can quickly detect. How many times have you been at the doctor's office, or you've been at Walmart, or you've been at your local grocery store, and there are people that come in with their children, and their children are uncontrollable. They're just crying and saying and doing any and everything, okay? And the parent is just allowing them to do it. What the parent is saying to other people in that moment is that they're going to raise up an uncontrollable child. They're raising up a juvenile delinquent already. I know this is way off. Nobody's going to believe it. They're gonna say, oh, everybody's gonna say I'm being petty. But I think that this is something that I noticed. I noticed in the last couple of days, actually, more so. And I went to different areas, because I'm here in Tampa, and I went to different areas of the city, and I began to notice what the one difference was as I went from, the affluent part of Tampa to the less affluent part of Tampa. And I began to understand how the children were acting in the more affluent areas. Even when I would go into the grocery store and the children would only be with the one female parent, I was noticing how they were treated and how they were kept in check. Okay, there were just certain things they were not allowed to do because the parent was over they were covering them. Now I know you have in certain nooks and crannies you're gonna have some spoiled children, okay, who are able to kind of get away with murder, so to speak. All right, and they're able to be brats. And I understand that you're going to have in low income neighborhoods there are going to be some people. I noticed that it's a lot of the Haitian and the Jamaican parents. They don't play that crap. All right. But like I say, I have also noticed too that in a lot of those low income neighborhoods that there are a lot of black mothers who do not know the importance of being strict on the child at an early age. They don't get it. They're clueless. And these are the parents that are making it bad on our society. These are the parents who are allowing their children to grow up as little monsters, and they're wreaking havoc places. Okay, these are the future gangsters. So I think if you can get in early and stop this type of behavior, I think we have a chance at having a better society. Now, of course, it has a lot to do with the diet, what you're feeding the child. Obviously, if you're giving them cow's milk, I mean, these things are affecting them also. But like I say, I know I'm generalizing, but this type of thing needs to happen. We need to have these types of conversations. We need to be thinking about the minute details because, as you've heard before, the devil is in the details. That's the difference, okay, between a child who's reared properly and the child who's not reared properly. And a lot of times people want to step in when it's too late, when the child has been set in their ways of being this way for a while, and a lot of times, there's no reinforcement in the home. There's no one there making the parent do right. And I know you're going to say, well, Bill, this is going to put more, parents under supervision from the state. This is going to overload them. Well, something needs to be done. I mean, but it all goes back to immorality. It all goes back to not having the male there, to be able to be the strict disciplinarian, to keep the child in line, because that's one of the purposes of having a male in the house, a real man in the house, okay, and not just a male, but a real man in the house is when you have a real man in the house, he's not going to allow those types of things. Even you can tell that when a child goes out in public, the way that they cry, the way that they're acting up, you can tell that the man has never been around in the home, because there's just a way in which a child will interact with its mother when the man has been around, that will also let you know too that the child will have a certain level of respect. The child will not be able to just cry incessantly, so that it gets whatever it wants, whatever they're held in check. And I've noticed this, okay, and also being a parent, I also notice it too. Never tolerated that kind of crap. So this is a very quick video I wanted to put together. I'm just rambling on, but 50 years from now, people are going to say, you know what, Bill had it right. Bill was talking about these things, and everybody thought he was a kook. He thought he was crazy. He spent time talking about petty stuff, but it all matters. Trust me, there's a method to my madness. I'm through rambling. I just want to drop this video on you. I'll be talking with you later. Peace.